yellow leaves are falling in a spiral from the sky. There's a body on the railings that I can't identify, and I'd like to reassure you, but I'm not that kind of guy. There's a bird outside the window. There's a word inside the book, and there's blood all over everything, and I don't know where to look. 'Cause it's a Raymond Chandler evening, and the pavement's so wet, and I'm looking in the shadows, 'cause it hasn't happened yet. Thank you. I often dream of trains when I'm alone. I ride on them into another zone. I dream of them constantly, heading for paradise or Basingstoke or Reading. I often dream of trains when I'm awake. They ride along the side of frozen lake, and there in the buffet car I wait for eternity or Basingstoke or Reading. I often dream of trains till gaslight. The summer turns to winter overnight. The leaves fall so suddenly. The sun sets at 4 o'clock. It's exactly what I'm dreading. I often dream of trains when I'm with you. I wonder if you dream about them too. Maybe we'll meet one night out in the corridor. I'm waiting for you, baby. Hey, thank you. Now meet the band. Rick Lawler you've seen before, the fabulous Emma Swift. Todd Bolden on the electric bass guitar. And all the way from Philadelphia, Mr. Patrick Berkery. and fine sound. Could you turn the bass guitar down in Patrick the drummer's wedge, please?
I forgot to turn my amp on.
So what?
So it was all DI the whole time.
What are we hearing? If it's too loud, but there's no amp.
Oh no, but it's on now.
It's a miraculous power. It's a sign. It's coming in over the lake from somewhere else. Oh boy. I don't know, is it, hang on, the mystery voice is asking, Patrick, how's it sound now? 5% more, just pequeña, think on that, no problem. Tiny little bit, just for Saturday. Yeah. Here we are, great to be back in Cleveland on a Saturday night. Thank you for having us. Thanks to the fabulous Emma Swift for launching the show. She and her dreamlike self will be back to add some harmonies later in the concert program. We're going to proceed with these antique numbers. Hope you enjoy listening to them. Okay, stand back. Or stand, just stand. Or sit down. Take it easy. Here we go. Thank you very much. This is the first single off my fat new album, and it sounds vaguely like this. Oh, hang on, Todd's got to control his oblong.
Still having.
You okay? Because if any of these knobs are fractionally different, the whole thing goes off. You know, the craft never lands. We bypass Pluto and we're sent out somewhere else where the signal gets weaker.
Right.
Mythical America, mythical Cleveland, mythical New York. This one's set up back in the days when information was relayed by televisions. Older viewers may remember when you'd wake up, you'd feel your big toe being shook at the foot of your bed. Your little television on stilts that had snuck into your room. It lowered itself, deflated itself, and then reinflated itself inside your bedroom door. Woo-hoo, this is the 1980s, anything goes. People still smoked cigarettes indoors then. What do you know? If you'd been seen talking into a cell phone, people would have thought you were crazy, and you would have been, because there weren't any. Yeah, check it out. This is set back in those days, and here we go. That was the tragic saga of a overexcited sphere. Next up, the tale of a man, an artist with a long red beard, in a tall white tower, with a wide open window, with no door. He waits in the autumn evening dusk, his long red beard hanging down to the ground. But the autumn insects feed among the green spears. Then he gets a shock. Okay, this is a song I wrote specifically for when you need a glass of water. It's designed to produce the same form of equilibrium and be as equally hard to remember. Y'all all right? Doing okay? Rocking with confidence, I hope. Fabulous. Great to be here, and we're going to attempt to play this one. It's not difficult, but we still have to attempt. Because otherwise you think it's too easy and you do it really badly, which we still might in theory. But it's not the kind of thing you'd probably even notice if we made a mistake. That's not true, nor is it a fact, but I've said it so you don't have to ponder it. But not for very long, because everything that you hear will be digested by your brain and then processed, and it will not, you won't necessarily remember it at all as it was in the beginning, or what's the word that comes after the beginning? That's what it is. It's the sound of Now what can you do with You can put raisins or little currants in it. You can make a series of miniature birthday cones for a loved one and plant them in the which is a kind of dough. It's an Egyptian dough. A deer, a drop of golden sun, all the rest of it. But it's important because if you need to make an imprint of your hand for future generations, if you put it in dough and then you harden it in a box of iron filings, you'll find that in millennia to come, there'll be no trace of it. Check it out! Here we are, Mr. Berkeley, get rid of us, please. We want his saviour's gravy on a wavy afternoon. It's an apocalypse you can do without. It's trapped inside your spoon. Under your spoon is your fork, under your fork is your knife, under your knife is your life, under your life is your wife. If you're lucky, she marries you, or she doesn't marry somebody else. Well, let me tell you, one, a two, one, two, three. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Honey, take it on me. Your lungs are in terrible shape, and it's easy to see. I've been x-rayed since you walked into here. Got nothing to hope, nothing to fear. Hard man of chemistry and lung disease. There's no your passion on tastes like these. Everything tastes like sugar. The sweeter it gets, you know I lick it away. Thank you. This is our second single from my fabulous, soon-to-be released album, The Confuser. Not available yet. Buy it, but you can't see it. Almost like an act of faith. you live as Emma Swift.
Hello again. Do we have a Mary Jo in the house? We do? Mary Jo, would you like to come to the stage for a moment? We have a special guest.
This is a public service
This
announcement.
is a public service announcement.
Take time to locate the exit nearest you.
Come on up.
Hey Mary Jo, welcome.
Now I hear you're a great singer and I hear that you know this next song. A little bit of it. So Mary Jo is... I can stay here and sing it with you, but I believe Robert also wants to come up here.
Okay.
Now Robert, I believe you didn't want to sing anything necessarily, but you had something you wanted to maybe ask.
Yes, because the question the song asks is, so you think you're in love, and I thought I might put that to the test tonight.
I think that's a yes.
Go big or go home.
It's a very impressive sparkler, folks.
Take us away, Pastor, the Reverend Patrick Berkeley. So you think you're in love, yes, you probably are. But you wanna be straight about it. Oh, you wanna be straight about it now. So you think you're in love, yes, you probably are. But you wanna be straight about it. pronounce you engaged.
Goodness, that was so much more romantic than when Robyn proposed to me.
Yeah, I just said I suppose we could get married, but first I got to go and get some coffee. Oh, the song. Oh yeah, okay. Great. Well, we're still here. Y'all still okay? Good. Oh, you're starting to malfunction. Oh no. Oh. There's more of that. Oh, take us away. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brian Ferry must have been to Cleveland often. Have you all seen him happening? You've seen him in action.
Robyn and I love Brian Ferry both so much that we got married on Brian Ferry's birthday.
We actually did, yes. Yeah, just I managed to buy some coffee, and next thing I knew it was Brian Ferry's birthday. I was wed to Emma. It was fantastic. We're just two Russian people. That was all that we had. Sorry, I'm just checking this thing.
It's still there. In case you want it.
Everything's still here. You, me, Beachland Ballroom. Everybody in it. We haven't been mysteriously discontinued. Can't be too careful. Okay. You know, like Kate Winslet, where there's moments where she has to focus and gather.
Yeah.
I'll just get those Winslet
I
moments.
often look at you and think, Kate Winslet, what a guy.
Well, I'm glad you can see my inner Kate, you know. Do I look at you and see Leo DiCaprio?
So like,
Yes, so. No, I see you thinking of Leonard Cohen. Probably in some exotic foreign capital.
I love thinking about Leonard Cohen.
But that's the thing about Brian Ferry, you could think about him anywhere. You could think about him even where he comes from.
We think about Brian Ferry every day.
Well, that's why we're still here.
Yeah. That's why we're still together.
That and Tubby and Ringo, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you ever hover in the distance? invisible and who or what she walks with makes no difference to me. People she meets, she turns them into shadows, they're just there for her amusement. It's not who I wanna be, but I'm insanely jealous of you. Yes, I'm insanely jealous of you. The night is black and thick, I wander past your window and I catch a cigarette from a Julie crusted hand. It comes on pretty quick, I'm feeling like a crocodile in search of a mirage across the unshaven sand, but I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I don't know why the people wanna meet. All I know is that they'll be like rabbits in the ordinary people on the street, they never know, but if they can't be rabbits, they'll be friends. I'm insanely jealous of you, you see, and I'm insanely jealous of the people around me, and I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I just can't let it out. This feeling of insanity is bigger than a barge. Wanna shout at me but go. I know what it's about. I'm crying for the nightmare and the one who lies beside you. Can I escape this soul? And I'm insanely jealous of the places we should go. And I'm insanely jealous of the people we should know. And I'm insanely jealous of you. Yes, I'm insanely jealous of you. Listen, the damage that we do is just so powerful and strong that it all is love. Damage that we do just goes on and on and on and on and on. Things is cracked and dry, the thing is not illegible. Everything's lost upon a crowds and rest in a hall. Beneath the yellow sky, the lovers drift beside the ship, but all I hear when they embrace is just the kiss of snow. And I'm insanely jealous of the places that you go, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that you know, and I'm insanely jealous of the hairs upon your sheet, and I'm insanely jealous of the stuff inside your feet, and I'm insanely jealous of the fingers in your glove, and I'm insanely jealous of the things you love, and I'm insanely jealous of the way you run away, and I'm insanely jealous Oh man, this goes out to Peabody's Down Under. Y'all remember that? I imagine it's probably even further down under now. It was fun in its time. Folks, thank you so much. This one is the end of the set, but we're just going straight into the encore, so you don't have to do all that clapping stuff, you know. Let me reintroduce the band now you've been much closer to them. Here's Todd Bolden, who you've known forever now. There he still is, Patrick Berkery. He hasn't moved on the drums. But now you know how fabulous he is. And now you know a bit more about Mr. Rick Lawler and his own fabulosity. Yeah. Miss Emma Swift will join us at some point in the encores. I like to mispronounce things. My grandma was here. She'd say, "Were you in Cleveland?" I know. Man, I love shapes. Without shapes, there would be no change. When the shapes change.
Okay, what
This goes out to Jonathan, who's my back doctor, who's enabled me by long distance, by not actually anything except a Zoom screen. No, it's a phone, some tiny little tablet. He's managed to enable me to stand upright for prolonged periods. Thank you very much, Jonathan. This cup's for you. Here we go. He's from Cleveland. That's why I mentioned that. He's actually here. It's not a random dedication to someone who's in, Manchester, Pennsylvania or something. Okay, just checking. Is that him? I can't tell. I'm blind. Oh, that's what you look like in real life. There he is. It's staggering. Okay, take us away one more time. Reflected from the way these encores are all by great dead songwriters, and the first one apparently Mike the sound guy was saying earlier that he did one of his first US gigs ever here in Cleveland. Sadly, probably not in this ballroom, but here it is anyway. So here's just check we're in tune. Yeah, here's a little classic David Bowie. Welcome back, Emma Smith. So, as we never tire of discussing in our household, David Bowie was a huge fan of the Beatles. One of whom, and one of the deadest of them, is John Lennon, who largely composed this one during his life.
So upbeat, Hitchcock. So
Well,
reassuring.
Gotta rock, gotta roll, gotta free your soul. You know, death is just a stage, man. You know, it's a phase we all have to pass through before we reappear somewhere even more confusing. Most people are so busy processing their previous life, they don't know what the fuck's going on in this life. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. You know. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Okay, and the third dead guy actually is from this fabulous country, although he did ascend to the heavens from Britain, but you wouldn't know it from hearing this.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Okay, so thanks. So just one final thing before we disappear. If you'd like to join me in singing hymn number 57, I'm going to just walk down and sing, we'll sing it amongst each other, that kind of thing. Give me a moment to negotiate the steps and accustom my eyes to the blue light of here. Hang on, I'll be with you pronto.